Hi kids. Today we're going to use comic strip math to solve working with decimals. We're going to look at the story of the comic strip called The Ladder, and it's starring Judy Frog and Chuck Mantis. So in our first frame we see Judy Frog says, "I just fell off a 100-meter ladder." Chuck says, "Oh, good heavens, are you okay?" Judy says, "I'm fine. I was standing on the first step of the ladder." Chuck Mantis says, "I should have known." So if we think about the ladder that Judy was climbing on, she climbs up 3 steps on the ladder. Each step is 4/10 of a meter apart. How high is Judy off the ground? Well, using single digit numbers, there are 2 ways that we could solve this problem. Judy climbs up 3 steps and they're 4/10 of a meter apart. There are a couple of ways you could solve it. You could add or you can multiply. Here's how you would set up to add. If she climbs 3 steps, you can add 0.4 or 4/10 3 times. So we'd write 4/10 plus 4/10 plus 4/10. We would start with our tenths place, add it up, and that equals 12. Carry the 1, and then 1 plus all those zeros equals 1. Don't forget to line up our decimal. So it's 1.2. And then another way is you could simply multiply 4/10 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. And don't forget we have 1 decimal place. So we can start at the back of our number, go 1 decimal place, put our decimal. So Judy would climb 1.2 meters or 1 2/10 meters if she climbed up 3 steps. Now, here are some problems for you to try on your own. For larger numbers, you're going to want to use multiplication of decimals. And in some problems, you may need to divide. Read it carefully and decide what you would need to do. You'll need paper and pencil for this part of the lesson. After we read through the problems, you'll pause the video and you'll solve these problems. Then you can start the video again and check your answers. So, problem number 2. Judy climbs up 16 steps of the ladder. How many meters off of the ground is she? So, think about, would you multiply or would you divide? Number 3, Chuck Mantis climbs the ladder to a height of 8 meters. If each step has a height of 4/10 meters, how many steps did he climb? Number 4, Judy climbs 50 steps up the ladder. How many meters did she climb? Number 5, which is higher, 60 steps of the ladder or 25 meters? How much higher? So we know already what 25 meters is. So you would need to solve for how high 60 steps would be. So pause the video, use your paper and pencil to solve all 4 problems. Then restart your video again and check your answers. So here are the answers. For problem number 2, 16 times 4/10. 4 times 6 is 24, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. You always put a 0 as you go through the tens to multiply. You put a 0. 0 times 6 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. We add, and we get 0.64. We have 1 decimal spot, so we move over 1 place, put our decimal, so it is 6.4 meters or 6 4/10 meters. For problem number 3, you want to multiply 4/10 times 8. 8 times 4 is 32. 2, carry the 3. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is a 3. We have 1 decimal place. So beginning at the rear of your number, move 1 decimal place, 3.2. Now, we're not done. Now we need to divide to find out how many steps there were. So 4 into 32 is 8. So Chuck climbed 8 steps. Now problem number 4. 50 times 0.4. We would multiply and get 20. So she climbed 20 meters. $60 times 0.4. We multiply and get 26. So 60 steps is 26 meters. We know that 60 is higher than 25, and they want to know how much higher. So you would say 26 minus 25. So it is 1 meter higher. So 60 steps is 1 meter higher than 25 meters. Now here's one last problem you can try, a super challenge. A ladder is 100 meters high. Each step is 4/10 meters apart. How many steps does the ladder have? Solve your problem, pause the video, solve the problem, start your video again, and check your work. So 100 divided by 0.4. You're going to move your decimal over 1 point. So it will be 4 into 1,000. 4 will go into 10 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 10 take away 8 is 2. Bring your 0 down. 4 will go into 20 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. 4 will go into 0 0 times. 4 times 0 is 0. And 0 minus 0 is 0. And we have nothing left. So there are 250 steps on that ladder. So a 100-meter ladder would have 250 steps. Hope you had fun with some comet strip map today and solving decimals. See you again soon.